What's up, everyone? How are you all doing on this fine Monday? I got an amazing guest slash client slash good looking stud slash friend and slash just his biggest week in sales last week slash just completely. Okay, I can keep going on, but before we continue, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Francis. Obviously, I'm the creator of the Facebook group Speaking with Confidence. And on today's interview, I'm interviewing someone, Ethan Chung, who officially completed the Master Your Stutter program in 49 days, so in about 7 weeks. The program is usually built out to go for anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks. Usually it's 6 weeks, but depending on people's progress. Although Ethan hasn't really completed it, he does it over and over and over again. But he's a great example of what's possible, of where he came from to where he is right now, and all the things he's really accomplished over the 7 weeks. And I really want to share his story, all of his experiences. And if you have any questions, post in the comments below. But Ethan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Feels good to be here.
Yes, sir. So Ethan, kind of tell us, kind of your journey of, kind of before the program, and one of the biggest reasons why you actually joined the Master Your Stutter program.
Absolutely. So as you know, joined the program mainly because I just wanted to up my sales game and just be more of a better speaker altogether. Obviously, the better communicator you are, the better you're going to be at sales, because life is sales at the end of the day. So that was initially what drove me to want to take your course. Just being a better speaker, feeling more confident speaking, being able to enunciate better what I'm saying, articulate better what I'm saying. But overall, just be a confident, better presenter and better speaker is what drove me to take your course.
Wicked. And so let's actually kind of break it down. When you first began, what did you expect the program to be like? And then what did it, how did it have an effect on your life?
Yeah, I expected it to be kind of like what it was. It was pretty similar to what I thought it was. You did pretty good explaining it when we first did the initial interview there.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was great. Like, I liked how active you always are in the group. Always participating. Like at the start, doing that introduction video, like I said in one of those videos, was probably the most uncomfortable thing at first. Sending a video of myself, introducing myself, what I do, what I'm there for, what my weaknesses are, what my strengths are. I remember thinking about doing that video for quite a while, like thinking about what to say. And then finally just pick up the camera, pick up the phone, film the video, send it. And after that, it just gets easier and easier. Now it's just easy money in the bag.
Nice. Cool. And tell us, so you just did your biggest week, obviously, in sales. So you're glowing. But kind of talk about that, because I think, a lot of people think I'm just a communication coach, but really I'm like a life coach, in a sense of like getting all your life organized, and kind of just like talking about, having your biggest week, man, or, the type of mindset that you're in, or talk about how we built you a whole, not we built you, but we got you to organize, like systemizing everything, which is why I think you've been so successful.
Yeah, well, you're a man of all areas, to say the least, I guess. Join the course. The course is based all on speaking, obviously. But if anything, I think you've helped me mostly in sales. Obviously, like I said, communication and sales go hand in hand. So you've completely helped me in both. But you've really drove some big results in my sales area, because you got me tracking all my stats there, my numbers dialed, number of conversations, number of follow-ups scheduled, my attitude before every call. You got me right dialed in. And then you're also just holding me accountable every day. So I'm not just doing it for myself. I always got to make sure that I'm sending you good results, so I don't look like I'm sucking out there and slacking. So yeah, you always motivated me and just holding me accountable to be better each day.
So let's just a simple question. What was the biggest shift that you had from day one back in March to April, roughly? It was February 28th. I fully remember. It was the last day of the month. What was the biggest change from February 28th to who you are right now on April 26th?
Probably just becoming a more confident speaker altogether. Before, like, you get a bit of social anxiety in one-on-one conversations. Like the last module of the program was probably one of my favorite. It was the art of socializing, but it talked a lot about just not really caring too much about what other people what other people are thinking. And by you just being your authentic and genuine self, you're going to attract the right people you want into your life. And if you're getting red flags from people, it probably means, they weren't meant to be in your life altogether. So just being authentically you, being a genuine speaker, being confident when you speak. And then another big thing I took away so just from like the one-on-one conversations we had, was just nailing down discipline, like the simple tasks of doing simple everyday things, but keeping track of everything so that you track yourself like a system. So you can figure out, if you had a bad day, you can look back at the numbers because numbers don't lie. So you can always look back on the numbers and figure out where you went wrong.
Mm-hmm. Who does Ethan want to be a couple of years from now?
I would like to be a coach in some way, honestly. I've always wanted to be a coach in some aspect. Originally, like, I've been leaning towards, just smashing out sales for the next couple of years, like just becoming the best of the best at it,
Mm-hmm.
and then going into personal coaching that way.
Yeah.
But I haven't nailed it down exactly. I would like to just be some type of coach where I can help people out and teach them from what I've learned, kind of follow your footsteps a little bit.
I might have to hire you one day, or figure out something like that.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Okay. So, for the people listening right now, that are kind of on the fence, or like, I don't know if this is a good program, I don't know if I really want to do it. What words would you have for them, or what words would you have for even your younger self? For being indecisive. 'Cause I think there's a lot of people that want change, but they're scared of making the investment. They're scared of thinking that, am I really going to get better? Am I really going to change and become who I want to be? What words would you have for them?
Well, nothing pays better than investing in yourself. So, I mean, you got to dump a little bit of money into yourself, but if you want to get to that next level, you can sit around all day and, complain about what you're not good at. You can have social anxiety, you can be uncomfortable, you cannot feel confident. But if you want to make a difference, you got to invest in yourself, make that initial investment in yourself, and it's going to pay you back way more than what you put in. It's done the same in this course. I started out a little bit more anxious. Even if you take one thing away from it, that one thing can make a huge difference in your life. And nothing, at the end of the day, nothing is going to pay you better than investing in yourself, building new relationships, meeting new people, and being in groups like the Master Your Stutter group, where, it's like a big mastermind, basically. Like, everyone's working towards the exact same goal, realistically, of becoming a better, more fluent, confident speaker. So by being surrounded by people like that constantly, you're just going to keep getting better every single day.
Yeah, I'm glad you kind of brought that up. I really want you, because I think this is the most powerful thing about the actual program, is the community of others. And I think this is very hard to find, where it's like you have people who are just as invested as you are to really growth, and kind of talk about that. Cause I feel like this is the missing piece for a lot of people. They don't have a community of other people around them that are as hungry as they are to change. I think this is I think one of the best parts of the Master Study program. So if you want to add anything on that, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's just like I said, like, it's just being around like-minded individuals when everyone's working towards the same common goal. I mean, everyone in the group has different goals in life. Like, I'm trying to do sales stuff. Maybe someone else is trying to run a business. Someone else might just have another completely different job aside from communication. But everyone's working towards the goal of being a better speaker. So everything that goes into the group, everyone can learn something from, whether it's, me posting a video, someone might be like, oh, his body language, I could, start doing that. And then you have a group where you can reach out to anyone in it, shoot them a text message, say, good job. How did you learn this? What did you do differently this time? And you're just going to keep learning every day from the people that are also trying to learn the exact same thing as you, and you're just getting better from what the last person did every time.
Love it. And then another question. I got a lot of questions, Ethan. So
Yeah. Hit me.
Talk to me about your, because one of the assignments we do in module 4, I think it's really module 5. We get you to do a live presentation in front of, obviously, the community of anywhere from 10 to 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes max. And I know, correct me if I'm wrong, I know you're a little bit anxious for that, obviously, because you're at the hotel and blah, blah, blah. But So tell us about that experience of like building it and then actually doing it and then presenting it, and how has that impacted your life? Because I think that's extremely beneficial for a lot of people when they take the idea from their head, they build it and then present it, get feedback. I think that's one of the most powerful, things within the actual program.
Building it was easy. I mean, your course teaches you exactly how to build it. So if you just listen to the modules, like it's super simple. The way I did it is like you said, you know, facts tell, stories sell. So you
Yeah.
want to include a story for every one of your main points, and you obviously don't want to include too many. You don't want to talk about 100 different points and just get off track and lose people. You
Yeah.
want three main body points, and you want a purpose of your presentation of what you're trying to get across with those 3 points.
Mhm.
So building it out, I simply just found three good stories that related to my subject, and then I built the presentation around those stories. Because as long as there's good stories, your points will be so much easier to get across. So by looking for the stories first, I was able to just build the points off of that, and then it was just easy money from there on. Hard part was just trying to memorize it all and feel fully prepared with everything going on. But still, like, I took all the points you made, keep them engaged, do different things, get people to get up, sit down, do cool exercises. Like I did that one visualization exercise in it. Get the crowd engaged, include stories, and then just tie it all together at the end with a question of, are you going to go out there and go start doing it? And hopefully you got your point across at the end of that.
Cool. Cool. And that experience for you personally, Ethan, how did you feel after that was done? Were you a little bit anxious before you had to present?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, a little bit anxious for sure. I haven't done a presentation in a couple of years for sure. So yeah, definitely a little anxious. After you get it done, you feel good. I mean, it's like a race. You're the most nervous before that gun shoots, and then once you're running, it's smooth sailing from there. So you just got to take action, get going. Once it's done, you feel good, but it's not the last. It's not the last presentation. I'll tell you that.
Love it, dude. Love it. Love it. Um, and I think one of the last questions that I have for you is, oh, I just had it. But when it comes to your mindset, because I think this is one of the foundations. Um, why do you think mindset is so important? Because I pound this into everyone's head, like thinking positive, like feeling good. Tell me about that. I don't know if you thought that way, you were that way. But tell me like that transition and how that's really helped you in sales. I mean, you just had your biggest week, and why this is, I think, so vital for so many people.
Absolutely, yeah. My one of the biggest takeaways, which is literally a small sentence, is the key to life is feeling good, right? Like as long as you feel good. Like when I was out there door knocking, I remember I had some days where it was just like, oh, you're just getting nothing out there. It's not going too well. But you just gotta tell yourself, like, just start feeling good, and then you get in this headspace of feeling good, and you're just every door after that's just easy. You're just having fun at the door, whether they say yes or no. You walk away with a smile on your face. You're out there just having a good time. And then you notice, like on the days where you are making sales, and like after you make that first sale, every sale after that's so easy. It's because you're just feeling good. So if you just always get in the right mindset of just feeling good,
Mhm.
it just makes life so much better and a lot easier out there.
Cool. Love it, Ethan. And then finally, any last tips that you would give to anyone even watching this interview right now on communication? Like, what were some major takeaways in relation to your just communication alone? And even people that are listening right now can actually take notes and apply that into their own life.
Definitely. Like a big one is the 7-38-55 rule. 7% the words you say, 38% your tonality, and 55% body language.
Yeah.
Meaning, it's not exactly the words you say, but it's how you look and how you sound.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things in conversation alone, because just the numbers right there are absolutely outstanding. That set based on 7% of what you say actually matters. The rest of it is just body language and how you sound. That was a really big one for communication. But if I could give any tip on just like growing as a person, it's just invest in yourself in general. Like join a course like this, join a group. Yeah, it's a big initial investment at first, but it will pay off. There's without a doubt that you're going to get so many good experiences. Even if you learn one thing, that one thing could change your entire life, and make you so much of a better and greater person. Um, So yeah, I would just tell anyone, make sure to invest in yourself and make that jump and take action.
Mm-hmm. Cool, man. Well, Ethan, I appreciate it. You are amazing. What is your goal right now within the actual program? So you've completed module 1 through 6. But what happens now, Ethan? Tell us.
We'll keep going back through it. 5 minutes to learn, a lifetime to master. Keep plugging away, and then maybe one day start working with you. We'll see.
I'm gonna get you to run a coaching call very soon. So get ready for
Yeah,
that, Mr. Coach. Cool.
we'll do it.
All right, Ethan. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Guys,
Absolutely.
if you have any questions, okay, ask away in the comment section below. Ethan, you're a stud. We appreciate you. And you heard it first. If you haven't booked a call with our office yet, I don't know what you're doing. Go to masteryourstutter.com. But Ethan is a great example of what your communication can look like as you go through this process of investing into yourself, growing, being on the weekly coaching calls, getting the personal help, and accomplishing big records that you've accomplished, Ethan. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys all very soon. Peace.
Take care, guys.